Hello everyone! Today we are going to be spending a day in Venice. This is my first full day here and we booked a Venice in a day tour, which was definitely the best way to be able to see everything. So I'm currently just doing a little skincare and makeup. We did have a debacle while doing my hair. My blow dryer made all the power go out, which actually that even happens in my own house sometimes, but it really caught me off guard. This is my fit. I am visiting St. Mark's Basilica today, so I did have to have my shoulders and knees covered. We are heading to breakfast. Me and my mother are staying at Hotel Rialto, which is located right outside of the Rialto Bridge, which made it super convenient for us to meet our tour guide because he was waiting for us just over the bridge. And the hotel is stunning. I will make a review video about it once my time in Venice is over with.
I lead boat tours Roman Venice since like 15 years.
Our tour guide took us to the market where they had fresh fruits and vegetables and lots of fish. It was actually a little stinky, but we made it through. And fun fact about Venice, because it is a very expensive city, because they have to have everything imported, they only eat fruits and vegetables that are in season. So like right now, because broccoli is not in season in Italy, they just simply don't eat it, which I thought was a little surprising, especially coming from the US. I think we're pretty spoiled and we just get to have whatever we want whenever we want, but not every city gets that luxury. Our tour guide took us to many beautiful churches and squares, which, fun fact, back when Venice was first being built, every single neighborhood consisted of a well and a church. And now either the wells are sealed up or they are replaced with drinkable water fountains, which we were located very close to, which was convenient because we could fill our water bottle up at any time. Lots of the streets were very narrow and a little hard to navigate, especially since Google Maps was pretty finicky here. My service was not that good, but if you keep going over the same routes over and over again, they do start to look a little familiar. We ended up walking by all these beautiful glass shops. Fun fact, Venice is known for their blown glass and glass art. On the island of Murano, which is not far from Venice, is where they really specialize in glass art. So if you're ever in Venice, I really recommend taking a tour or day trip out to Murano Island so you can experience some of this beautiful glass art for yourself. Now we are walking to St. Mark's Basilica and the Doge's Palace. The basilica is so beautiful, and after seeing the outside of the basilica and the bell tower, we headed over to our gondola ride. Now the gondola ride was included in our tour and it was such a fun experience. You know, I feel like I always look over the super touristy things, but I will say I'm so glad that we did this. This was honestly one of my favorite parts of the tour. And it was so nice just to take a little break and sit down for like 30 minutes and really enjoy Venice from the water. Through our gondola ride, I ended up coming by the water taxi, which I thought I would spread some awareness about because I really wish I would have known about it. So this is a public water taxi and it's usually pretty cheap to ride on, usually about 13 euros. And we ended up booking private water taxis the whole time, but I wish I would have known about this because there are public water stops. As you can see, we were right by the Rialto water stop. And it's just a really convenient and cheap way to get around Venice if you don't want to pay for the private water taxis the entire time. After our gondola ride was finished, we ended up coming across this little pizza shop for a little lunch, and it was by far one of the cutest places we went to the whole time. And we ended up getting a little sandwich, which actually they don't call these sandwiches there. I think it was more like a panini, but it was really delicious, and I have a little TikTok coming up about that. restaurant if anyone is interested in checking it out. After lunch, we ended up walking back to meet our tour guide because we are on our way to the Doge's Palace. And I will say it was hot because neither the Doge's Palace or St. Mark's Basilica have AC, and Doge's either the Doge Palace or Doge's Palace is completely made out of wood, so it definitely traps in a lot more heat than the Basilica did because the Basilica is made out of stone. But I will say it was breathtaking. The artwork and the gold embellishments were truly mind blowing, and I really enjoyed the palace, but it was definitely hot. It was really special to be standing in the exact same place that Venetian officials used to make decisions about Venice back in the 16th century. After some time in the palace, we ended up walking down to the prisons, which were actually pretty interesting and pretty fun. It kind of reminded me of like catacombs kind of vibes. And after the palace, we walked to St. Mark's Basilica, which, for those of you who don't know, they're actually like right next to each other, so it's super easy to get from one to another. St. Mark's Basilica is easily one of the most beautiful basilicas I've ever been to. The mosaics on the floor, the marble, all the artwork was extremely beautiful. And the mosaic artwork on the ceiling was actually a lot older than some of the recent ones, like that are in the palace. So I really appreciated all the architecture and just all of the beautiful history and art. Here I'm just showing some more close-ups of the artwork on the ceiling, and it was truly amazing. And after we were done with the St. Mark's Basilica, we walked back to our hotel, which was about a 10-minute walk. And on our way back, we came across the most beautiful chocolate shop that had all of these beautiful fountains, chocolate fountains. And here is the gondola, and they also had another one of the Rialto Bridge, which was really special because we are staying right outside of the Rialto Bridge. After we walked back to our hotel, we laid down and I had a little snack. I was pretty exhausted. We did walk like 4 miles on the tour, but after a quick nap and a little snack, we were up to get some dinner, and we ended up going to this beautiful sandwich shop and getting an amazing little caprese sandwich. And there was nowhere to sit down because in Venice, if you want to just get a quick meal like a sandwich or a slice of pizza, not every single restaurant has places for you to sit. While we were walking, we came across this little candy, kind of like sweet shop that had places to sit. So we said, okay, let's, get some drinks and get some sweets. And we figured it'd be okay to eat our sandwiches there. But the people were extremely rude and ended up saying we couldn't eat our sandwich there, even after spending nearly $50. But that's all right, because after we ended up doing a little shopping, and the guy at the shop was nice enough to show us to the closest water fountain, which, like I was saying before, these water fountains are completely drinkable, so we didn't have to keep purchasing and purchasing water. After dinner and a quick little shopping and time at the water fountain, we ended up walking back to our hotel and getting ready for bed. I will be doing a review of the hotel that I stayed at soon, so stay tuned for that. It's currently about 7:30 and I am winding down for bed. I'm about to pack up because I'm heading to Ravenna tomorrow in the morning. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please let me know what you think in the comments, and if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please comment them down below. If you guys would like to check out my other social medias and follow me on my journey, they are linked down in the description box below. I hope you guys have a great day. See you all in the next one. Bye, everyone.